Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucida. I'm here to bring you the weekly reading for the week of Sunday, November 27th through Saturday, December 3rd. Unfortunately, my twin flame angel couldn't be here today to help me do this reading for you, but he's always with me in spirit in the 5D. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is Celtic cross spread for the union. So I'll place the cards and then I'll tell you what the positions mean and what the messages are for the union or the relationship. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like we have a little bit of a problem here this week. What it looks to me like is in the center, we are seeing that there is the Justice card. So that's the situation that's playing out presently between the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine energies in this union. And an obstacle, either an obstacle or something that's crossing the path that is either something positive or negative, depending how you look at it, but something that has to be overcome is the Wheel of Fortune or chance. So it just looks like this week there's a few things going on, like what should be happening in the union is not necessarily happening because it looks like there's going to be some chance events that occur in the lives of the two twin flames that might pull them apart, but not in the 5D, just in the 3D, in our illusion, in our physical world that we live in right now. So in the recent past, it looks like there was some goodwill and messages that were passed either telepathically or ideas were shared between the two twins. And this wasn't too long ago. It was in the last few days or the last week. Now, what the individuals have to work with right now is their words and actions. So if each of the twins can come together, communicate clearly with each other, then there could be something different as the outcome of the situation there. So it looks like one or the other might have a sharp tongue, might say some things they don't mean, which is a common occurrence between twins. But sometimes these things are divinely manifested. So if one of the twins is saying something that appears to be hurtful or negative to the other twin, it's only meant in order to spur the both of them to look deeper and delve deeper into their own wounds that need to be healed from the past. And I know many twins have been working through and healing their wounds from the past, but there's still some residual that need to be addressed and need to be dug up again and removed completely. So it looks like in the near future, there will be a bit of a standstill between the two twins. This is the Two of Swords here in the near future position for me. What I'm seeing here is that the two twins need to compromise. They need to realize that their words and actions have consequences, that they might be pushing or pulling the other twin away or pulling them towards them, and that could be pushing the other away. So the key here is that there needs to be balance. Now, it looks like there's some heartbreak going on where this is how the twins feel this week, which is not a great feeling to have your heart pierced. But it seems like that's the current energy that we're seeing this week coming up. And I'm sorry that I have to bring this message. It's also for me as well. So how other people see you, very contemplative. So if you're a twin flame, you're contemplating, you're wondering if this is all that life has to offer, and wondering how you got to this point in your life, and wondering if you still want to keep going on this journey. That's what this man is looking at, where he still needs to go, and really it's barren and doesn't see anything good in the near future. But your hopes and your dreams, your wishes that you want to be fulfilled is happiness. There's two individuals, it looks like male and female energies, underneath the celebratory banner. So in your mind, you know that that is the goal. That was the goal all this time, is to be in a harmonious union with your twin flame. And so you still have that hope and that dream in your heart, and don't let that go. It does look like you will be fighting with yourself, though, that each of the twins will be in their own mind wondering if this is all worth it, battling out hopes and fears and what was in the past and what's coming up in the future. So this week looks like it's not going to be an easier week for the twins, unfortunately. However, I'm going to pull some oracle cards as clarifiers and as advice. So I'm first start with the angel message oracle with advice for the future, or advice for this week at least, to get through this week, which doesn't look to be very promising in terms of harmony, but you could always choose to be in harmony with your twin. Okay, so this is the angel message for this week. So Angel Vanessa says, to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose, and which way takes me away from it? So what I'm gathering from that is that even though things might not be harmonious in the 3D with your twin, they could still be harmonious in the 5D. You could send your twin positive, loving, helpful energies. You could do that for yourself, and that's what's most important. And the choice of loving your twin is the choice of loving yourself. So ask your angels to help you to get closer to your purpose, which is union with your twin. Okay, and the Archangel Michael Oracle message is up next. Okay, so what does Archangel Michael say? This is a beautiful message. He says, you're on the right path, and there's a prayer that he says would help. So if you pray, Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make healthful life changes. So it looks like, when I'm thinking about last week's reading, there were some addictions or sobriety issues that one of the twins had, whoever's carrying the masculine energy. So it really looks like that is still a lingering problem, even though the masculine last week looked to have some goals and a lot of ideas and was really ready to be with his divine feminine counterpart. There's still some things that need to be healed and rectified. It doesn't take a day to kick a habit. It takes actually 21 days. So if someone was really serious about it, they would have to take that long. So there's always going to be blips in the road. There's always going to be setbacks. It's just how you handle that. And if your twin flame is not kicking that bad habit, then what you need to do is to help them. Send them loving energy. Let them know you care. If you don't send a message in the 3D, send them 5D loving energy messages. This will truly help. And if you don't know how to do that, you can book a session with me on well, I don't really book sessions yet. Actually, I'm working on getting that up on the webpage and up on the YouTube channel. But you can see me when I'm online. My information is down in the link below. We have a Twitter page, we have a Pinterest account, we have the site that we're linked to right now. So soon we're going to have more opportunities for myself and Angel to work with clients. It's just, we're just getting started now. And then, yes, my Angel is having a setback, and partially it's my fault. I'm a twin, he's a twin. Sometimes our issues come to the surface still and cause us to need some time apart from each other. But hopefully next week he'll be back and his loving energy will help direct these readings in the right direction. But I know he's here with me now in spirit. He did let me know today that we're still a team, so. Okay, so I'm picking an oracle card message from the butterflies at this moment to also help guide all twin flames this week. All right, so what we have here is volunteer. So this is a positive message saying that if you want positive results, if you want happiness, if you want to feel better about yourself, one of the ways that you could actually help yourself is to help others. So it doesn't have to be hours and hours of your time per week, but just do something kind for someone else and you'll see that kindness repaid to you. That is one of the missions of Twin Flames, is to spread love and light throughout the world at this time. So any small gesture that you can do that'll bring light and a smile to someone else's face will be great. It will help you, it'll boost your energy, and it'll bring you closer to union with your twin. Okay, so the last card that I'm going to choose is a Rumi card. And with the Rumi cards, I will have to read out of the booklet a bit because there's usually a very long message associated with these, but these messages are very beautiful and really worth the time and effort to think and ponder about. All right, so the message we got is the Angel Razbar. So one moment while I get that message for us. Sorry for the delay. So the message of the Rumi card for this week for all twin flames is the Angel Razbar. Tell me the truth, I asked love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The master speaks of a den of riches where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloveds, you shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul that does not lie lost, nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart and what it is you wish to offer and is saying yes. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, or become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. So then do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master, to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts then. Yet perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen fields of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to a cacophony. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there is just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world, something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. That precious gift is the true silence. The true silence is peace. It is the living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most raucous noise if one knows how to access it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful feeling heart. When you know how to feel for it, to surrender into it, you can transmit silence in many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart and your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice, written, sung, or spoken, even through sound, if that is your path of service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. The true and great silence, as you may now realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It is the experience of the divine presence of love. There's a lot to read for this card. I started crying because I realized that we have this volunteer card here as well. And it looks like, we can get wrapped up in wanting this ultimate love affair, this union with our beloved, but we have to remember that we're really here to provide service to others. And I believe when we start to really do that, that's when we're definitely going to get what we've been wanting all this time, is our unions with our beloveds and that love affair, because we'll be in love with ourselves and in love with just life and living and serving others and being the light to the world that we were meant to be. So, no matter what it is that you think, you might think that the smallest thing isn't the gift of service, but just like I read, there's so many ways you can be of service. I'm going to read a little bit more. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny. Like a maturing adult who is ready to take on the mantle of a greater responsibility, your soul is stepping up. You're going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence. And through that, your healing presence in the world is increasing. You are stepping up and forward onto your path. This is appropriate now. It'll make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It is not about being worth more than another. It is about the utterly sensible use of a light, that it not be dampered down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness, so that others still in darkness may find their way more easily. So that is what you need to do. And also the rest of this talks about trusting and surrendering, and be reassured that although things may not unfold the way you anticipate, that they will indeed unfold, that you're making a positive impact in the world more than you really realize. And you're asked to continue what you've been doing. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, so now there's a sacred honoring ritual that it would be great if we could do together. So say aloud, I am blessed to serve the great all-loving silence through the presence of the divine joy. grace and radiant compassion through the Master that loves me without condition, and the blessed assistance of Angel Rasbar, who loves me unconditionally as well. I accept all help, and I offer myself completely in service to life, to being, and to assist humanity in a practical way, according to the graces and talents I have been given. So be it. And you can comfortably place your forehead on the floor, bowing to the earth to do so. Rest there for several moments, and you've finished your honoring ritual. So, you might want to rewind the video and do that. And then this week, remember this when you're struggling, when you might not be hearing from your beloved, when you might be wondering if you're on the wrong path. Whatever it is that you do that makes another person smile, that's your purpose in life. And that's your purpose as a twin flame. So have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next video.